FlossTube, Janelle here with coffee, wine, and stitching time. And welcome to my 2025, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Yeah, I'll call it 2025, beginning of the year, yarn WIP parade. I have gotten all of my projects out. I'm doing this for both my yarn and my cross stitch. I'm taking it, I'm documenting everything that I can. For the cross stitch, I'm trying to do project cards. For the yarn stuff, I have it all in a spreadsheet right now, but I want to put it into this little book. And it's kind of cool because I have 24 items right now that I have on needles. And I have 25 spots in this book. So this is going to be, it'll be good. So I'm excited. So I'll be able to use this whole book to document everything that's like 2024 and older that I have starting on needles as of January 2025. So I'm super, super excited for this. Welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you're seeing me, my name is Janelle and I am from Minnesota. And my channel is for cross stitch and yarn and just about a little bit of everything. And starting 2025, I'm gonna have a little bit more quilting stuff in there, I'm hoping. Yeah, so super excited. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? I'm gonna go in order, but backwards. So I'm going to start with my newest project and go backwards. So, all right, let's get going. My first one that I have, I started in September of 2024. And this one is near and dear to my heart because I have a grandson, my first grandson, they're expecting in February. So this is my newest WIP, but it's the first one I have to get done. So what this is, oh, and I've got my trusty little handy dandy iPad here to show you guys the patterns as well. This pattern is, this is the diagonal garter stitch blanket. So this is what it looks like. And it's Sirdar, S-I-R-D-A-R is the designer of it. And it is a garter stitch blanket. And I am using Razzia sock tweed, and this is a light gray tweed is what it's called. And I am holding the yarn double, so I've got two of them. And here it is. Oh, I should have finished a row, shouldn't I? Oh well. So this is what I have so far. Oh gosh, I really should have finished a row. But anyway, well, let's hold it this way. I guess either way, it doesn't matter. There's certainly no right side or wrong side. So this is the bottom corner of it. So it goes like this. And once this reaches this side reaches 28 inches, then I will decrease and start going back the other way. It's one of the easiest blankets out there. So I think it's pretty fun. And I love the colors. It's a nice gray, a soft gray. It looks I'm not sure if it looks oatmeal-y in that picture or not. I know I've got like lights galore all over the place, but it is a gray. I wonder. Oh, what can I do? Let me see something real quick. Does that help? That might help a little bit. I don't know. It's a tweed gray. It's really pretty. I like it. There, you can see the difference between the gray and the oatmeal there a little bit. So, cool. All right, so that is my my newest yarn project that I've started. I'm not going to go through any of the finishes and all of that. That's all in progress. This is just to go through what I have on needles at the current moment. All right, next, the next one is called the linen lace tee. And this was a class that I took in July at the yarn shop that I go to, Be Woolen. That's my local yarn shop. And this is a crochet class, and I wanted to learn a little bit more, and it's from the Hello Hexie book. And let's see here. It's the linen lace tee, and this is what it looks like. The designer of this is Sarah Shrimpton, and I am using Pasquale Puno, which is a cotton alpaca fiber, and it's in oak tree. And this one has a little bit more brown to it, where the other one's more gray that I just showed you before. And what this does is we make a bunch of hexagons, and I have 2 done. I'm in the middle of my 3rd one. Oh wait, I just pulled out the one that I had going. This is the one I had done. Oh well. And so it's kind of hard because it's not blocked, but let's see if we can get the idea of it here for you. There, that's pretty good. So that is one of the hexies, and I need to make a bunch of those for the sweater. So working on some, here, maybe this will help a little bit. Oh, let me angle this down a little bit. There, you can kind of see it, the shape of it a little bit more there now. So that is what that is. And it was funny because I sent a message to a friend earlier, and I said, okay, I need to pick a focus project out of all of these. And I had all of the bags laid out on my floor. So it was all a mystery. Nobody, you really, well, she might have known what was in a couple of them, but you really don't know what's in any of them. And she picked out that one. At first I'm like, sure, you'd pick out the one crochet project I have, one. And I'm like, no, I need a knit project. So she had to pick again. So yeah. All right, the next one I have is a Clue Mystery Knit Along, and this was from Forbidden Fiber Co. And this was started in October of 2023. So we've already gotten through any projects that I've started in 2024 that I already have on needles. So that's pretty good. I feel good about that. This project, I do not, well, you know what? She might have. Here. I think there might be a picture of it somewhere. Let's see if this is it. Yep, here we go. It's called Suspicion. So this is what it will look like. And like I said, it's a mystery knit along. So this is the main yarn that's there. And I think I got to day 3 it was an Advent type situation, and I got to like day 3 or something like that, maybe even day 2 in the Advent calendar. So this is what I have so far, and it has all of the colors. I haven't even wound all the color. I was gonna wind them as I use them, so I'm excited to do this one. This yarn is super soft and very exciting. So I think there's 13 colors if I remember correctly, something like that. So that is my clue, mystery knit along, which it's not such a mystery anymore, but you know. Oops, there we go. Ah, come on. Okay, fine. I don't like it when electronic things don't cooperate. There. All right, cool. We're back to where I need to be for the next one. Okay, the next one I have is called Nico's Blossom Cowl. And this I started in May of 2023. My friend Michelle and I decided we were both going to start this, and I know why I haven't reached out, because I didn't make it real far, but I did start it. So I did start this in May of 2023, and I have a picture of what it looks like in the end. There it is. Whoa! That was pretty good, wasn't it? That was super smart, Janelle. So that's what it looks like. So it's like a nice gradient type of effect. My main color is this gray, and this is, like I said, I didn't make it real far. And that's how far I made it, like maybe 10-ish, 15-ish rows or something like that. I made it to start the first color. And the first color that I have is this pretty green. This isn't the order of the colors. If I can find a picture, I'll put a picture up of the colors in the order that they're gonna be. They're all like a jewel, like a toned down matte kind of jewel tone effect. So there's a purple, there's like a Kelly kind of shamrocky green, I'll call it. There's my gray, that's my overall color. I have this really pretty blue. It's kind of a steel blue in a way. This mauve color, pinky mauve. A nice turquoisey jewel effect. A lilac. This is the pretty green that I've started with. I have a nice burgundy. And, oh, that's another gray, because you needed 2 of the main color. So that's what I have there. This is my Nico's Blossom Cowl. And there it is. So we'll put all this. And again, I started that in May of 2023. Okay. There we are. There's that one. That's a lot of yarn for that one. All right, my next one is it's a Lamia wrap is what it's called. And this was a kit that I had purchased, And I was taking a Tunisian crochet workshop with Tony Lipsy. Tony Lipsy is an amazing person. So this is out of the Tunisian Crochet Handbook. I feel like the pattern's in here, but the pattern might not be in here because I bought it as a kit. So this is the Lamia wrap. And this is all of my notes for my pattern. She signed my book. That was super nice. And I am doing it out of, it's called Cascade Echo Duo, and Cascade Yarns Echo Duo. And you can see, you can see how soft this is. Imagine if you were actually feeling this. This is like the softest. It's like one of those really soft, fluffy cats. That's what this feels like. It is just, it's silky soft. And it's a grayish kind of effect. And I got this far. Let's see here. That's my start. So this is where I'm at on it. So it's the triangular wrap. And you can see that there's, with it, the yarn is so fluffy, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see it's like a kind of a scaly, I'm calling it a scaly effect, and then there's like this nice straight edge knit kind of Tunisian stitch. But here is a picture again, a little close up, so you can kind of see the effects of what that is. So that is the Lamia wrap. And again, I started that in May of 2023 as well. I did take a workshop class that Tony and her mom came and put on for the yarn shop. So that was awesome. All right, the next thing I have, and this is the last thing I have for 2023. So 2 items and then 4 items. So 2 items in 24, 4 items in 2023. This one is a sweater. This one is called the Easy V, and this one is actually going to get some love at the end of the month because I am going to sweater camp at Darn It Anyway in Stillwater. So this one is definitely going to get some love soon. There it is, Easy V. So here is, I'm trying to pick out the best picture to show it off. I think this one's pretty good because you can see the top and the bottom and the sleeves and everything. So this is the Easy V, and this is designed by Caitlin Hunter. I am using Kelborn Woolen Scout, and I have my colors that I am doing it in are called Natural, Oatmeal Heather, Strawberry Heather, Chestnut Heather, and Oatmeal. Natural, Oatmeal Heather, Strawberry Heather, and Chestnut Heather. So here is Scout, and these are, well, I guess I do have all of the colors in it already. This is a top down, so this is the top, and then so I'll spread this out a little bit here so you can see the design. So yeah, so it's gonna, so that's where the V-neck comes in. There's like some shaping on it here. There you go. You can kind of see the V a little bit happening there. And then the design. So again, natural, chestnut heather, oatmeal heather, and strawberry heather. I'm super excited for this. Here they are on their own as well. I think they look great. All right, so that wraps up the 2023 projects. I am going to shift around and grab I have a lot for, oh, actually, the 2022 ones aren't that bad. I can just grab that bin easily. It's the next batch, the older batch that has more. Okay, so the next one in the order is cabled blue mitts. And I'm questioning if I'm even gonna, I don't know. So we got this at a lock-in at the Woolen, and this is cabled blue mitts. This is what they look like. And it is a cascade pattern, it looks like. Yep, Cascade Yarns by Shannon. And I am using, it calls for air and weight. And I'm doing these on double point needles. So we have some double points here. And this is as far as I got. I feel like I want to keep going on them. I don't want to take them off. I want to keep going with them. I will probably restart because I'm like, yeah, where is this? But I will keep them on needles and that, so I can count them as a WIP still and keep them going. But yeah, so I'm just using 220 Cascade 220 Superwash Aran in this burgundy color, maroon. So and here's a picture of those again. Would actually go pretty well with the hat I'm wearing even, so. All right, next up for the next oldest one I have is called Easy Does It. I'm sure this is that one. Yep. Nope, that's not it. I was just kidding. Maybe this is it. Yep, Easy Does It. This is a forbidden fiber, no, not forbidden fiber. This is a Darn It Anyway pattern. Darn It Anyway is the yarn shop in Stillwater, Minnesota, and they are fabulous as well. All right, where is this one? Easy Does It. I know I found the pattern on here earlier. You know, let's just do a search. There we go. So this is Easy Does It by Amy Pelletier, who is one of the owners of the yarn shop. And here is, it's just a nice, simple, easy cowl, or scarf like cowl. And I am doing it in this really pretty, this is called Chestnut, but look inside. It has like these burgundies and purples, and it changes color. So this is Rowan Felted Tweed, and this is also called, like I think I said it already, but this is called Chestnut. It's Rowan Felted Tweed in Chestnut. And I don't have a huge start on this one either. But you know what? You have to start somewhere. You always have to start somewhere. So here is the start for this. So, and this was started in, did I say when the other one was started? September of 2022. So this one was also started in September of 2022. And I feel like I might have started it at the same, maybe even at the same lock-in. I don't know. It's a possibility. All right, next I have the Jane Wide Stripe Cardigan. Now this one I have shown a few times. This one I work on occasionally here and there, a little more frequently than some of these other ones. But this is my Jane Wide Stripe Cardigan, and this is through string. Let me see, do I have the, I do have a picture here. This is the Jane Wide Stripe Cardigan by String. And I am doing mine in black, grays, whites, and burgundy. And this is the front of the cardigan. So I have, I'm on the white right now. I feel like, do I have 4 or 5 colors? It's been a little bit since I pulled this one out. I think I have, yeah, it's 5 colors. So I'll have another gray up on the shoulder part after the white. So it's getting there. This is a pretty nice, easy one too. Just this one I usually like to take with me to the nail salon and when I'm getting a pedicure, because it's easy to knit. This is cashmere yarn that I'm doing this with. So this, it's so yummy. Let's see, it's string Dolcetto and Dolcetto DK. And what's the other one? I'm trying to find another one of the Geneva. So Dolcetto DK and Geneva are the ones that I'm using. So that's a fun one. So this again is the Jane Wide Stripe Cardigan. And I have it in 2 separate bags because when I was traveling and I didn't want to carry all of the balls of yarn like with me, so I had those packed in a different bag, and I just haven't separated it all out yet. I didn't feel the need to yet. And that was actually started in August of 2022. Okay, the next one I have is called Sur, S-U-R, Sur. And this is a kit that I purchased from Be Woolen. And it is using Malabrigo Silk Paca. And this is let's see, do I have a picture of it? Yeah. So this is the Sur Silk Paca Scarf by Brianne Elise Miller. So here's a picture of it. And the colors that I'm using, I think you can get the, well, maybe not. This is how far I am. I don't have stoppers on there, so I have to be careful. So this, I'm not real far, but farther than some other projects, and this is super soft. And it is very pretty. So I have this white color here. I've got this color. It's just kind of like a brownish, rusty, mauve, I don't know, pale lilac, black, and I have like a purpley gray. So those are the colors I have there. There is another, yep, here it is. And then this pink. So, yeah, and I have a few more of these in here, so it must take a lot of these. It's been a little bit since I've done this one. This was started in March of 2022. This is lace weight yarn. It's held double, so there's that also. And it's called, the colorway, it's called Dried Rosebuds is the colorway that it's called. All right, continuing on with 2022, going backwards, we have the Classic Tee, and this was started in March of 2022. So this is like a sweater kind of thing, but it's a short sleeve t-shirt deal. And this one I need to find a picture of it here. The classic tee. And this is a pattern by Darlene Jador. And this is what it looks like. And I am using, well, here's mine so far. Again, this is top down. So this is the collar of it going down. It's kind of a corally color. It's called Chrysanthemum, and it's kind of a corally orange. It's kind of fun. It's not showing as, let's see if it does it. There. That shows it a lot better. I wonder. There you go. So that is another fun one. I always have like an envelope, or you know how you always have some kind of a weird piece of paper? My things are usually like on envelopes, my notes, or a receipt. It's amazing what I find to put a note on. So that was a March 2022 start. That wraps up the 2022 stuff. So I am going to take a pause. You won't even know it. It'll be like bam, and I'm back. So get ready. And poof, I'm back. Imagine that. All right, we are on to 2021. So we are rounding up our years here, getting closer and closer to the oldest one. 2021, our first one is the Scandi Cowl. And this was a kit that we got from Bee Woolen. And this one is, the designer is Mary Jane Mucklestone. This is a kit made with Malabrigo Rios, which is like a DK type yarn. And this is what it looks like. So you can see there's different color work patterns all around. Mine, so the colors that I have, I'm trying to think if there's a colorway stated on any of these, or if I have that in my notes here. Oh, I do have the colors listed. I have, let's see, which one is this? Yes. This is Fog. So I have Fog. I have, I think this is called Pearl. Yep, this one's Pearl, which is like a dark gray black pearl. Then I have a purple here. I'm guessing this one's Tranquilo. I know I'm butchering those names. Maroon, I can say that one. There is a blue, let's see what this, aqua. And I have a green also, and this is green. It just says green in my, I don't know what the name of it is, but so those are all of the colors for mine. And here is where I am at with it. So for some reason I thought I was a bit further than this, but I'm not, so that's okay. It's color work done in the round, so I don't have to like worry about all that showing on the inside. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. That's a fun one. And again, it's super soft to work with. Okay, so that is the Scandi Cowl. Oh, this was started in October of 2021. Okay, next up we have September of 2021, and this is the night shift. Let me find the right bag. I think it might be this one. If it's not this one, it's one other. Yep, this is it. This is the night shift. And this is by Andrea Mowry. And I am using a variety of yarns. Let me just show you my progress here. For some reason, I thought this was a bit farther too. I'm glad I pulled these out to look at them. So here it is. Get that needle out of the way. So my fun color is this one. I have a blue and gray kind of combo effect. I have a green. I have a gold. You know, I know I always have the problem with the balancing of the yarns. Those, and I have one more though. I have a black and white to mix in there as well. So here we go. Those are the colors I have for this. And again, this is The Night Shift by Andrea Mowry. And this again was started in September of 2021. And I started this with a knit along with a group of other people, as well as the Scandi cowl. Most of these have been started as knit alongs from the yarn shop. All right, the next one is the slice sweater. This one was also is this it? Yep. This was also started as a knit along at the yarn shop. And this one I don't have a paper pattern for, so let me get this one really quick. This one's called, oh, no. Okay, slice sweater. I'm opening up the wrong one. This is the slice sweater. Here we go. And this one's gonna go to sweater camp with me as well. And I do have a picture of this one. This is the slice sweater. And it has a different construction mode to it where you like knit it all flat and then you like join things together or something. Now, forgive me because I'm pulling this out and I did not pull this out and look at it at all before. I just knew this was the slice sweater and said, okay, here we go. All right, so this is an arm. So you knit one of the arms, oops, and I have it inside out. So you're knitting one of the arms here, and then this is a start of the other arm. So when you come together, let's see here. This is by Hyggestrik, Hyggestrik, or Hyggestrik. Let's see if there's a picture of it, because I'm pretty sure there was a diagram in here that kind of gave you some sort of idea what you were doing. Here we go. Oh, that's just kind of finished garments, isn't it? But you're like doing the arms and then you're like combining it together. Pretty sure that's why I was doing this as a class for a knit along. And I'm using Cantata. It's a Cascade Cantata. It's one of those yarns that's kind of, it's like a tubular yarn. And so instead of being like spun normally, this is a tubular type yarn. But yes, the Easy V and Slice are the two sweaters that are going to go with me to sweater camp. And this was started in, did I say that already? September of 2021. And that was actually a class, not just a knit along. Shorty socks. Shorty socks. Is this the shorty socks? The shorty socks, I have a note that I started them in July of 2021. It is a mystery yarn, and it's a mystery pattern because I have like 3 different patterns that I have, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing, so I'm gonna have to like dig into this. But I was calling these my Neapolitan socks. I had knit a baby blanket, a little black baby blanket before with these colors, and I had some yarn left over, so I thought, let me make some Neapolitan shorty socks. So these are the 3 colors. Like I said, it's mystery yarn, and I have a toe start. So those will be fun. And those, I do have a note that I started those in July of 21. Because I think that's when I finished that other baby blanket. Okay, next up, Volcano Trail Cowl and Hats by Maxim CYR. And these I started with a friend. We started this pattern, a group of us together, and it's the Volcano Trail Cowl and Hats is what I have listed down here. So I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna pull up the Volcano Trail ones. It's faster to do a search. And these, looks like we started these in maybe, oh, okay, so I purchased the pattern in February of 2021, but I have a start date of June of 2021. So this is the Volcano Trail Cowl. And I have the cowl done. Is it inside out? It is inside out. Why do I have it inside out? Nope, now I have it inside out. There we go. Okay. So this is the Volcano Trail Cowl. This is held double. So we've got 4 yarns here. We have a brown, and this is a mixture of Forbidden Fiber Co. Pride yarn, Forbidden Fiber Co. Gluttony sock yarn, and Malabrigo sock yarn. I don't have all the colors names, but I've got a brown, I have a burgundy, I have the cream, and I have the sparkly goodness that shares all those colors. And we found, I have to figure out where the hat pattern is, but we found a hat pattern that, and I'm gonna do the same thing to make a hat to match. So I started with the brown here to do the hat, and then it's gonna go up and fade just like this does. So so the cowl is done, but the hat is not. So that is the Volcano Trail Cowl and Hat. And that the hat was started in June of 2021. All right, next we have the Temperance Shawl, which now the start date on this one is a little off. Because I actually did one of these for a shop sample and a shop knit along in different colors, because there was a special colorway for the Malabrigo yarn coming out. And I wanted to do it in some other colors for myself later. So I believe this came out January or February of 2021. So, and I know that I would have had to keep up on it for the shop. so I'm thinking I started this one maybe around March or April of 2021. And this is called the Temperance Shawl and the designer is the Malabrigo team. And this is, I'm showing you, yep. So this is what I have here. And this is the one that my friend picked out. This is the bag she picked. So this is gonna be one of my first focus projects. This and the baby blanket are the two things that I'll knit on when I want to knit. The colors that I have here are, let's see if I have them individually listed. There's a Rayon Vert, a Pearl, and Run Rudolph Run, Rayon Vert, and this is called Pearl. Oh, that other black one wasn't Pearl that I said before. That was Pearl 10, I believe. So these are, and this is Malabrigo sock yarn. Oh, I didn't even show you a picture of what the whole thing is going to look like in the end, did I? Silly me. Here, I have one of those. I have that here. So. All right. And here, this is just kind of shows you my notes, whatever I have around. Because sometimes it's like, it says, like this one was, repeat rows 1 through 42 3 more times, and then do rows 1 through 31, and you know, so sometimes it's, you just like to have that little check mark balance there. So that's the Temperance Shawl. All right, we are coming up here. Let's see. Oh, Happy Wrap. This one I have started in April of 2021. Oh, I keep going to the Aria. My goodness. We want the Happy Wrap. So I'm just gonna dump this one out. So the Happy Wrap, I have to find the pattern for this one. Cause again, I don't have that too big of a start here. This was a mystery knit along, and it came, when the picture came out, I thought, oh, do I have to do this one? Because the colors are super bright, not my thing. But I picked out some muted tones, so I think that it'll work out better for me. I'm pretty sure this is the Happy Wrap. Pretty sure it is. I'm not sure if I have totally enough yarn. So I'm using Sandbank, and I have a natural, and then I have this one, which is Pearl 10, that grayish blackish color, and those are the only 3 colors I have. Oh, no, yeah, those are the 3 colors I have. And I have 3 skeins of this one and 2 skeins of all the rest. So this is my color palette. So it's gonna be a much more muted down version of this. And this is how far I am. Again, I have a start. You can't do anything unless you start, right? So you gotta start. And that's Oh Happy Wrap. I think at that point, that's when I was like starting all of these knit alongs, and I was just getting a little overwhelmed with so many of them. Okay, I have notes on another piece of paper here. All the things back in the bag. All right, and I noticed that I forgot to put my pattern and stuff back together with my slice sweater. So I'm gonna do that really fast. Oh, actually, this is what I was looking for. I knew I had something. So this is what it looks like. So you do the sleeves and then you're going down and knitting the other portions and then you're combining them together. So that's what it is. I know it was something weird. I knew the construction of it was just a little different than what I've done before. Okay, next up we've got happier. Basset cowl is next. The basset cowl and the basset cowl was started in January of 2021. This was a class, and I am using, I have 3 colors here. Let me find the basset cowl for you. I wanted to take this class because I wanted to learn if there were any tricks for doing plaids. So this is the basset cowl. And there's also a basset scarf. This is by Martin Story. And I am going to pull up the basset scarf also, because the class I took was the basset scarf class, but in order to learn any tricks I needed to for the basset cowl. So here is the basset scarf. Let's show this picture because this one's a little easier to see what I want to do. So the basset scarf has a nice single color block in the middle there and a fun little edge. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this and I'm turning this scarf into a cowl. So I have that really fun edge where the 2 edges are going to come together, and I have a nice color block in the middle. So I'm going to take the 2 and I'm going to mush them together. This is the really fun edge. And this is the project that where I learned how to knit with the dominant hand and the less dominant hand so that my color work doesn't get all twisted. So where you hold one color, feed with one color in one hand and feed with the other, and which one's gonna overtake or be more prominent in your work. So I was really happy to learn that in this class. My 3 colors that I have for this are these 3 here. So I think that's gonna be really pretty. All right, next we have the Aria. And the Aria, that rounded out 2021. We're now back in 2020. Aria is a pattern by Linnea Ornstein. And let me find this one. This is an amazing pattern. I remember looking at this one for a while before I actually had the courage to do it. So this is the Aria, A-E-R-I-A by Linnea Ornstein. I'm using Cascade Cantata. So again, the same yarn as what I'm using for my slice sweater. However, the colors that I'm doing, I have, do I have all the colors in here? Oh, I do. Here is my progress that I have so far. This I'm learning short rows. So I have the cream, I have a nice purpley kind of burgundy rose color, a nice green, and then like a brown, like a kind of a light chocolatey brown. So those are the colors. And this is teaching me a lot about short rows. I think it's German short rows are what are used in here. So isn't that pretty? I love that. And again, just to remember what it looks like. So this was a 2020 start, March. And this was a class that I did take a class on it to learn those short rows and figure out some tips and tricks. All right, the next one that I have is a blanket. And this was a 2020 start. Now I'm not exactly sure what period of time in 2020. I think it was 2020. There's a possibility it could have been a little later, but 2020 is when all of the anniversary cakes were introduced by Karen Yarns. So Karen Yarns, now as I hold this up, know that I have used some of this yarn. This is one of the skeins of yarn. These are the ones that are the size of my head. It's Karen Anniversary Cakes. And this colorway is a Blackberry Surprise. And the other colorway that I have is, I believe it's called Cookie Crumble. So these two together, now that's, I wouldn't normally pick those up and do something with them together, but it's turning out cool. This is called Double the Stripes Knit Blanket. And this is a picture of what it'll look like. It's actually the pattern on the anniversary cake. And I'm using size 13 needles, so that gives you an idea of how chunky this one is. And I'm not at a beginning of a row, but here, let me hold it this way. So this is what I have done so far. I'm maybe, by the squishiness of the yarn, I'm maybe about a third of the way. So this is a good blanket. This is a fun project. This is one that doesn't travel with me at all, unless if I'm going to the cabin or something like that for a week. It's a good one to bring for that because it's an easy sit around TV talk knit blanket. So that's Double the Stripes cowl. Okay, we are now, that was 2020 of some time. We are now jumping back a bit further. We are now going to jump back to the year 2016. The year 2016, in November, I believe, I went to a retreat for a yarn shop called Amazing Threads, and I decided that I really loved this pattern. And I loved it so much, I didn't care what it took. I was gonna do this. Well, it's started in 2016, right? It's still not real far. It's further than some of my other projects though. This is lace yarn. So if that tells you anything, knitting with a lace weight, very thin. This is called Adrift, and the designer is Carol Feller, and she has two versions. She has a short version and a longer version, and I'm trying to see if I can find the longer version. I can't find the longer version. I can only find the shorter version, but that's okay. I am making the longer version. So this is, it's just a nice little flowy kind of cover up. And being that it's lace weight, it's a nice kind of cover up for summer. And I am doing it with, it is Anzula hand-dyed yarn, meridian lace weight, and it is made out of tencel, alpaca, and nylon. And just so that you guys have a little math, I have 3 skeins of this yarn and it's 800 yards. So this is 2,400 yards of yarn, and it's in this pretty silvery gray. And of course, I do like to end in the middle of the rows, don't I? And this is where I'm at. Now, being that this was 2016, this was a lot of work. I might like knit a couple rows and see if it looks really different than what I have done in the previously. And if the knitting is way off, I might take it out and start it over again. But this is a challenge that I would like to actually complete. So it's called Adrift. And again, that was started in November of 2016. So that one is, well, it's not 10 years old yet, but it's getting closer to the 10. All right, this one is over 10 years old. This next one is called Catkin, and I do not have I have to pull out the pattern for this one as well. This one is one of the first ones that I decided to be adventurous. So this was when I was first starting to knit. This was called Catkin, and I just thought this was amazing. And I do have the pattern somewhere. I know I had a paper version of this pattern somewhere the other day. I have to maybe find that again. This is what the Catkin looks like, and this is Karina Spencer. And my yarns that I'm doing, this is made out of sock yarn, so I'm using this. It's a sparkly kind of variegated sock yarn and a plain burgundy. And this is where I'm at with that one. So I am getting down to, the second section of it. So because my yarn is variegated, I decided not to, or did I do the stripes? I think I decided not to do the stripes. So this will be a nice cowl. And again, this one, oh, it's over 20 years. If I hit 2016 with it, it'll be 25 years. But that's okay. And then, so that is my actual oldest knit project. This next one, I don't remember when my friend gave this to me, but this is a challenge, and I'm not gonna give up on this challenge. These are called Grandma's slippers. Grandma, hi Debbie. Grandma made these slippers, and she made these slippers for all the kids. But Grandma's no longer around, and the slippers have holes. So Debbie asked me if I could try to figure out this pattern, and I said, yes, I will absolutely do that. And I will absolutely do that. I will figure out Grandma's slippers. I have a friend who is very good at deconstruction, and we started deconstructing one of them. I lost all the notes that I had from when we deconstructed this, so now I need to get together with that friend again to figure out how to reconstruct these. So this will be a fun little challenge for us to do. And I even have like these yarns to, go off with and see if what we can do. I'm pretty I want to do this, but yes, Grandma, I just call this Grandma's slippers because I don't have a written pattern for it, and I have not found a written pattern. I have found some that are close. It looks like this kind of twists and overlaps a little bit. And then there's some ears here. Now these are just like painted on, but we could duplicate stitch that in. So I think that there is probably a pattern out in the world somewhere for these. I just don't know where it is or what it's called, but grandma slippers. So there's that. All right, that is all of the yarn projects that I have. That makes a grand total of 24 projects, including grandma slippers. So that's 24. That's not too bad. I believe I had a couple of years ago in my WIP parade, I had about the same, maybe even a little bit more. And I did have, I had a couple things in these bins that were never actually started, like my 2024 hat a month deal that I was going to do, but I had 4 hats left in that mission and I abandoned those. I didn't abandon them. I just put them back in the kitted section. So those are back in the wall of yarn over here. Anything that actually has needles and some stitches on those needles, that's what got to stay in these bins here, because I think this is enough. I know I have one planned start this year for yarn. Other than that, I don't think I'm gonna have any starts for yarn unless it's a class or a knit along that, you know, has like dates associated to it. Other than that, I think that's everything I'm gonna do. Anything else is gonna wait until 2026. And I would like to have over half of these done. I would like to finish up at least one of these projects a month, if not 2. Getting it down to 10 projects would be extremely amazing. I would be so thrilled if I could do that. So there is my 2025 yarn WIP parade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions on anything that I have here, patterns or yarn or anything, let me know and leave a comment and I will get back to you. A 2025 goal is also to be better, much better with my comments. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Smile, sparkle, shine, and we'll see you later. Cheers.